Hello and welcome to this Microsoft Dynamics 365 Workflows Mastery course. In this course, you will learn all the components of workflows that are available in Dynamics 365, and I will show you how can you use that practically with scenarios. So we'll take the example and then I'm going to show you how you can do that in Dynamics 365, and the same way you can do it for your customers or for your own company depending on where you're working, right? So welcome to this course, and let me just tell you what you will learn in this course. So the first thing we will cover is the workflow introduction. So we'll talk about what is workflow and why do we need workflows and how it can be useful for your organization or for your clients. Next, we'll talk about the different types of workflows available. After that, we'll talk about the important considerations. When you create a workflow, you have many configurations. And then I'm going to show you how can you create records using workflows. Now it's a simple process, but I'll take some scenarios which are like real time for the companies. Most of the companies may face these kind of issues, so they can use these workflows scenarios to automate their processes and save a lot of time. So we'll see how can you create records, how can you update records using workflows, how can you assign a record using a workflow to a user or a team. That's something we'll see. Then you'll learn how to send an email using a workflow. So it's basically an automated email based on a trigger, and you don't have to keep writing it manually again and again, right? So that's something you will see. Then I'll explain you what is child workflows, and also I'll show you how can you create a child workflow and why you should create a child workflow. So we'll take a scenario and then I'm going to show you that in Dynamics 365. Then we'll see how can you create actions and how can you perform actions in the workflow, right? So we'll take a scenario again here and then I'll show you how you can do that. Then we'll see how can you change the status of the record that you're working with, okay, maybe from active to inactive or some other status, and how to stop workflows. So when you are done with the processing of the workflow, you might want to stop it. So how can you stop the workflow? What are the statuses available for stopping? That's something we'll discuss. And in case if you are unable to find the functionality that you want in the native workflow, then I'll show you how can you create a custom workflow activity which involves .NET programming. Okay, so you might want to learn a little bit of C# or VB. You can also create custom workflows, define your own logics which are not available out of the box. And then finally, we'll do a quick recap and I'll talk about the next steps you must take to get most out of this course. Also, I'll keep updating this course, so I would highly recommend you to send me the scenarios and I can configure those scenarios in Dynamics 365 and create the videos, so it's helpful for you and also for your company. So that's something you will expect from this course, and thank you so much for joining me in this journey, and let's get started.